Hi, welcome to Sean's Good Time Sports Podcast. Today we'll be going over a recap of my Week 5 predictions and my Week 6 predictions. But let's start off with a recap of my Week 5 predictions. So Thursday night, 8:20 p.m., I had the Buccaneers beating the Bears, covering minus 3.5. I got that one wrong. Now on to the Sunday 1 o'clock games. I had the Ravens beating the Bengals, but the Bengals covering plus 13. I got that one wrong. Then I had the Cardinals beating the Jets, covering minus 7. I got that one right. Then I had the Steelers beating the Eagles and covering minus 7. I got that one right. Then I had the Texans beating the Jaguars, covering minus 6. I got that one right. Then I had the Falcons beating the Panthers, covering minus 1. I got that one wrong. Then I had the Raiders beating the Chiefs, covering plus 13. I got that one right. Then I had the Rams beating the Washington football team, covering minus 7. I got that one right. So on to the Sunday 4 o'clock games. I had the 49ers beating the Dolphins and covering minus 9. I got that one wrong. Then I had the Browns beating the Colts, covering plus 1.5. I got that one right. Then I had the Cowboys beating the Giants and covering minus 9.5. I got that one wrong. So on to the Sunday night 8:20 p.m. games. I had the Seahawks beating the Vikings and covering minus 7. I got that one wrong. Then for the Monday night game, 8:15 p.m., I had the Saints beating the Chargers and covering minus 7. I got that one wrong. And then, because the game got canceled on Sunday, the Bills-Titans game on Tuesday night, 7 p.m., I had the Bills beating the Titans, covering minus 3. I got that one wrong. So my overall record for Week 5, I went 6-7. That's not usually how I want my predictions to go. I usually, like I say, I want to go even or go above even. But then again, 6 teams didn't play on Sunday because of the coronavirus, so that kind of affected how everything played out. And games got rescheduled for next week, so that really hurt me this week. But I look to bounce back in my Week 6 predictions. So let's start off with my Week 6 predictions. So the Thursday night game, 8:20 p.m., Chiefs-Bills. I got the Chiefs beating the Bills, covering minus 3. I think when you look at the Chiefs, I think they're going to have a bounce-back game. They just lost to the Raiders, and I think knowing the spread's only minus 3, I think the Chiefs fire on all cylinders and get a win, and win big against the Bills. I think the Bills have some question marks to their team. They need to figure things out, so I like the Chiefs in that one. So on to the Sunday 1 o'clock games. I got the Titans beating the Texans, covering minus 3. I think the Titans look really good right now. I think with A.J. Brown being there, it helps out Davis on the other side of the receiving game. And the offensive line looks sharp. And I think Derrick Henry's going to get it going like he has all year. And I was shocked because I think teams were going to stack the box against Tennessee, and he was going to struggle a little bit, but he's proved me wrong. He looks great, and he looks better than ever. Then I got the Ravens beating the Eagles, covering minus 8. I think, usually Raven spreads are, 12 or 13, so being 1 point over a touchdown on that spread, I like the Ravens beating the Eagles. I think Lamar's going to have to play good to get the Ravens that win and covering minus 8. I think he does have a good game. Then I have the Vikings beating the Falcons, covering minus 3.5. I think the Falcons have checked out mentally. I think the Vikings look really good. I think they're an underrated team. I think if they get cooked the ball, that game will be over after the second half. So I like the Vikings in that one. Then I got the Steelers beating the Browns, but I got the Browns covering plus 5.5. I think the Steelers are going to have to put up 30 points to compete with the Browns. I think they will, but I think the Browns cover plus 5.5 in that one. Then I have the Colts beating the Bengals and covering minus 8. I think the Bengals have a better game than they did last week against that Ravens defense. I know the Colts defense is great too. I just look for the Colts to get a bounce back win, and I don't know if the Bengals defense can contain Philip Rivers in that offense. I think it will be a solid game, but I think the Colts cover that one. Then I have the Lions beating the Jaguars, covering minus 3. I think the Lions have a lot of weapons. I don't think the Jaguars can put up the points to compete with the Lions, so I got the Lions. And it's only -3. I like the Lions that one, so I'm taking the Lions -3. Then I got the Bears beating the Panthers and covering -1. I think the Bears are overrated for what their record is, but I like how their defense plays, and I think Nick Foles is getting the job done, so I like the Bears. Then I got the Washington football team beating the Giants, covering +3. I think the Giants are the second worst team in football. I don't think the Washington football team's that bad. I can see the Giants winning by 1, but I'm taking the Washington football team, the cover +3. I like them in that game. And then I got the Patriots beating the Broncos, but I got the Broncos covering +11. I think Cam Newton's going to be back for the Patriots, and I think Drew Lock's going to be back for the Broncos. So I got the Patriots winning that one because of quarterback play, but I got the Broncos covering +11. So on to the Sunday 4 o'clock games. I got the Dolphins beating the Jets and covering -5. We saw what the Dolphins are capable of. They beat the 49ers. And I think the Jets are the worst team in football, so I think the Dolphins cover -5. I love that game. Then I got the Packers beating the Buccaneers and covering -1.5. I know Brady really never has 2 bad games in a row, but you can't help it how your schedule looks. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to shred up the Buccaneers and keep them undefeated for right now. I think the Packers win that game -1.5. And then on to the Sunday night game, 8:20 p.m., I got the Rams beating the 49ers and covering 3.5, -3.5. I think I like what the Rams have. I think their defense is great. I don't know if I'm sold on Garoppolo. I think they need to get Kittle the ball more. I just think Jared Goff's playing at a great level, and Aaron Donald and the boys are going to get after the Niners and win that game. So I'm taking the Rams -3.5 in that. And then on to the Monday night game, 8:15 p.m., I got the Cardinals beating the Cowboys, covering -1.5. I thought that was crazy. Dak Prescott's hurt with the fractured ankle. I thought Dallas would probably be getting 15 points. I know it's at home, but Andy Dalton in the situation over Dallas, I thought they'd be getting more points than 1.5. So I'm taking the Cardinals to beat the Cowboys, covering -1.5. So we're gonna go on to Sean's hot picks. My top 5 picks. I like the Bears beating the Panthers, covering -1. Like I said, I think the Bears defense is very good. I think Nick Foles is getting the job done. And then I like the Patriots beating the Broncos, but the Broncos covering +11. I think, it's in Denver, and they get Drew Lock back. 11 points is hard to cover, and 2 good defenses going at it. So I got the Broncos covering +11. Then I love the Dolphins beating the Jets, covering -5. The Jets are the worst team in football. They just released Le'Veon Bell. Dolphins look sharp against the 49ers and Garoppolo. So I got the Dolphins beating the Jets and covering -5. And then I love the Packers beating the Buccaneers, covering -1.5. I love taking the Packers when they're getting points, but then when it's minus points, it's only 1.5 or 2 or 3. I'm going to also take the Packers. I love the Packers in that game, beating the Buccaneers, covering -1.5. And then my favorite game, I love the Cardinals beating the Cowboys, covering -1.5. No Dak Prescott, and when you look at Kyler Murray, DeAndre Hopkins, Christian Kirk, Larry Fitzgerald, they're playing on Monday Night Football in Texas Stadium. They're gonna be excited. They're gonna ball out. This is what they wanted. So those are my top 5 Sean's hot picks. If you're betting, lock them in. So we got a lot of good games this week. I'm very excited. Like I said, I want to bounce back this week. I think I will. The spreads are favorable if you look at it. I like all the spreads. Besides that Cowboys Cardinals game, I was shocked on the spread there. But we got some good games this week. I'm excited for this Sunday. But that was it for my podcast today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for tuning in.